Witness account of an alleged physical attack or altercation.
Curfew and weapons ban declared in Bole following violent land disputes. Also coming up, Kennedy Japan files nomination, declares himself NPP's best bet.
And make sure we select a candidate that can win 2028 election for the party.
City FM Foundation hands over new market facility to new Bakpa community.
Because I do my lolly fake bigia, Ella simple one as a photo upon my vacro as simple 30 cities matter of Bobolas, we feel like egg your cobicaka, Ella popular.
In Channel 1 Business. Bank of Ghana cracks down on black market Forex and cautions businesses and public against dollar pricing and black market deals. And in Channel 1 Sports. Parliament presents Democracy Cup trophy to military high command ahead of Hearts Olympics clash. Now, in our first story, the committee set up by the Ministry of Health to investigate an alleged assault at the Ridge Hospital has found no evidence of patient neglect or physical attack on a nurse. However, it uncovered serious challenges, including non-functional diagnostic equipment and inadequate security, prompting urgent calls for reforms to protect healthcare workers and improve emergency care. Channel 1 News' Samuel Akom has more.
2 weeks ago, on August 17, 2025, a viral video showing relatives of a patient clashing with the staff at Ridge Hospital's emergency department sparked outrage and renewed debates about the safety of healthcare workers. The complainant, Rejoice Chochobote, a nurse at the hospital, alleged she was assaulted by Ralph St. Williams, a social activist who accused staff of negligence on the day of the incident. In response, the health minister constituted a 6-member investigative committee to probe the matter, a move welcomed by professional bodies and the public. On August 27, the committee presented its report to the minister outlining its findings and recommendations.
The committee found out there was no delay in attending to a patient with suspected head injury who was brought to the emergency and who was the cause of agitation by one Mr. Ralph Williams and the motorbike riders, that the patient had been abandoned and there was a delay of care. However, the committee found out that all the diagnosis images or equipment that the emergency was supposed to use to facilitate care were not functioning.
The committee further reported that no medical evidence supported claims of physical assault against nurse Rejoice Chochobote.
There is videos evidence of verbal or word altercation between one Mr. Raff, his colleagues, and the staff members of the hospital. We are yet to receive any video evidence or a witness account of an alleged physical attack or altercation. There is, however, documentation in the hospital health information management system that alleged victim, that is Miss Rejoice Chochobote, who is a rotation nurse, reported her injury to the hospital the day after the incident, that's on the 18th, and was further treated.
It also noted that security at the emergency department was grossly inadequate.
Honorable Minister, the committee finds out that the security at the emergency department was grossly inadequate at the time of the incident. The hospital security arrangement of one private security personnel per 12-hourly shift at the emergency is inadequate.
Following its findings, the committee recommended immediate measures to strengthen security, repair or replace faulty imaging equipment, and build capacity for comprehensive emergency care.
To restore the capacity of Greater Accra Regional Hospital in providing imaging services. For example, X-ray, CT scan, MRI, which are all 40 at the moment. And we believe that that is actually some of the gaps that is perceived to be delaying care.
Receiving the report, the Health Minister assured the public that all recommendations will be implemented, beginning with enhanced security at the emergency department.
We have done this because we assure the good people of this country that when the committee completes its work, we'll make the findings of the committee available to the public. At this point, we have done that, and I can assure the public that we'll see to the full implementation of the recommendations.
The Health Minister, while assuring that all of the recommendations stated within the committee's report will be fully implemented, he also admonished the public to be cautious, as this report is not in any way to destroy the work or the criminal aspect of the alleged assault at the Ridge Hospital. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Samuel Akom.
The Ministry of the Interior has imposed a curfew on Bole Township and its surrounding areas in the Savannah region, effective Wednesday, August 27, 2025. The restriction, which will be enforced daily from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., follows heightened security threats linked to ongoing chieftaincy disputes in the area. The directive, issued on the advice of the National Security Council and backed by executive instrument, comes in the wake of violent clashes in Binyiri, a farming community in the Sola Tuna Kalba district. The land dispute has triggered deadly confrontations that have left at least 6 people dead and 18 others injured, while displacing families and destroying property. As part of the enforcement measures, the government has placed a total ban on the possession of firearms, ammunition, and any offensive weapons within Bole and its environs. The Interior Ministry cautioned that anyone found violating this directive will be arrested and prosecuted. Now we have on the phone our Savannah regional correspondent, Malik Gazari, with an update on the situation on the ground. Thank you very much, Malik, for joining us. Can you describe the current atmosphere in the Sola Township?
Frima, everywhere is quiet at exactly 6 p.m. All residents living within the Sola and its environs, everyone moved to his or his residence.
Now, we also understand there are some key dignitaries in the area. You have an idea who these persons are and what exactly their role in ensuring compliance with the curfew is?
The gender minister just left the Sola District Police Command. The gender minister just left the Sola District Police Command,
right,
who came to visit the displaced residents who have been affected by this clash at Binyiri and other communities. She didn't also come here alone. She came here with the Chief Executive Director of the Gender Ministry, Dr. Afishat Zakaria, and she reiterated that the President John Dramani Mahama and the Gender Ministry are in here to support them and to assure them that they should feel relaxed and everything will be resolved in the due course.
Right. You know how long they'll be in the area for and what the subsequent days will be like?
For the duration, it's unclear. It's unclear now due to the current security situation
right
at their various communities.
Right. Thank you very much, Malik. So we'll come to you if there are any updates moving on. Now, away from that, a circuit court in Accra has granted bail of 100,000 Ghana cedis to Wontumi FM and Wontumi TV presenter Emmanuel Akwatia, who has been in custody for 2 weeks on charges of publishing alleged false news intended to cause fear and panic. Channel 1 News' Jude Duncan was in court and filed the following report.
Wontumi multimedia presenter Emmanuel Akwatia, popularly known as Achenkwanana, has been granted bail after 2 weeks in custody. He was arrested on August 12, 2025, and charged with offensive conduct over alleged publication of false news intended to cause fear and panic. The bail was set at 100,000 Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. Speaking to Channel 1 News, the lawyer of the Wontumi presenter, Enoch Akwatia, expressed gratitude to the court but maintained that his client is innocent.
We are grateful to the court, we are grateful to the teaming supporters and the media fraternity and all that have showed love as far as his predicaments are concerned. We maintain that once he has pleaded not guilty to the offense that he has been charged with, we pray that whatever happens, we will be in court to stand by him and to be with him and to be able to ensure that we defend his cause. As a legal team, if the prosecution is minded to proceed with the charge as filed before the registry of the court, of which he has pleaded not guilty to it, then the burden lies on the prosecution to furnish us with the disclosures on which they are going to rely on to prosecute this matter. And based on that, we also fashion out our defense for our clients based on the disclosures that is served us. And once nothing has been served us, we are humbly waiting to see whether the state proceed or the state truncate the process. If the state decides to proceed, then it's our duty. We are duty bound to go all out to protect the innocent of our accused person as far as the charge that he has been charged with is concerned. He's waiting for the bail bond to be executed. And as far as it's executed, then his liberty is restored and he's a free man. He can go home and attend to the family and be able to extend his felicitations to friends and loved ones.
The Oti Regional Coordinating Council has deployed a 21-member sanitation task force across all 9 districts in a bid to curb the rising cases of typhoid. This comes in the wake of a surge in confirmed cases, which have exceeded over 22,000 this month, and the reported death of the Asafuache of the Dambai Traditional Council from typhoid-related complications. Joining us in studio is the Dean of the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives and MDCEs in the Oti region, Prosper Ado, to provide insights into the situation and measures being taken. Thank you very much, Mr. Ado, for your time.
Thank you.
22,000, very alarming. What is the current situation?
Well, the situation as it is now is very serious. That is what I can see. But it will be more serious if we don't take pragmatic measures any moment from now.
Wow. But let's look at what is causing this, because before we are able to look at the symptoms and how to deal with this, we need to understand the root cause of this problem. What is causing these high numbers?
Well, I think that in the first place, if you look at typhoid, it is normally gotten from bacteria. And this bacteria, it is, if your food is contaminated and you take it, that you get it, or maybe when you come into contact with fecal substance. And if you look at Oti region, I can say from Guan all the way to Karachi West, there's no proper water system that is serving the
So people are literally just consuming filth.
Consuming anything that they come into contact as water. And as we are speaking now, you know they have just spilled the Bagri Dam.
Yeah.
And the water coming all the way from there is running through gutters and everywhere. So everything it comes across on its way, it carries it into the lake. And that is what the people drink. That's what they use in cooking.
Now, the 21-member sanitation task force that has been deployed by the RCC, what exactly are they supposed to be doing? Because if we know what the issues are, what is the task force supposed to be doing?
Well, the task force basically is supposed to visit the people in their homes, at their workplaces, and wherever they actually live, to make sure that they keep their environment clean. And so if you live in an environment that is not clean, there are bylaws that they are supposed to apply to make sure that you are sanctioned.
Now, you and I know that implementation of laws in this country is a big challenge. I mean, with where we are right now, how will the task force ensure that they will be able to enforce strict compliance of these bylaws?
Well, what they are supposed to do, we have the bylaws that the various assemblies have actually promulgated. And so those are the bylaws they are supposed to implement. We have carefully also selected them from the various municipalities and districts in the region. So they have taken them from all the districts and the municipalities. So when they come to the place, they have their own indicators, which the communities are aware. So if they come and the indicators they have, you don't meet those indicators, it means that you are actually have gone against the rules,
defaulted,
and they have to actually sanction you. What they also do is that when they sanction you, they take you to court. And the courts have actually also been informed and they are aware of it. So once they bring you there, the courts don't even delay.
But what are you doing, you know, to deal with the real issues on the ground? You've mentioned there are no proper accesses to drinking water. You literally don't have water, which is causing the high numbers. So why would you take it out on citizens who themselves are victims of these challenges and then drag them to court and all that? What are you doing to provide clean water for the people?
We actually have plans in place to provide clean water. First of all, there are boreholes that are being drilled in the various municipalities and the districts. But the bigger picture is that those boreholes don't solve the problem, because the water that the boreholes actually bring to the people, the water itself is contaminated. And so what we think should be done is to get some water treatment plants that will draw the water from the lake, treat it, and then serve to the people. But the task force is actually to make sure that even though the water is contaminated, your environment must be clean. So that the typhoid doesn't come to combine itself with cholera. Because if you get typhoid from the water and the food you are eating, and your surrounding also gives you cholera, it becomes something else.
Now, considering you don't even have good drinking water, do you have logistics, what it takes, the assemblies, to support the task force to go about their duties?
Yes, we have the logistics, because the task force that will be going out, they don't need, let's say, anything that is super. They visit home to home, so they have their teams. When they come to the area, they demarcate the area. Today, we will want to visit from this area to this area within this specific time. When they are tired, they go to rest. The next day, they continue. So they are not supposed to come and work or overwork themselves.
Right, so now we know what the task force will be doing, but so they are majorly, you know, looking at prevention, more people, or preventing more people from getting typhoid. But those who have typhoid right now, how are the assemblies collaborating with the Ghana Health Service to ensure, you know, proper diagnosis, treatment, and whatever comes with it?
In the first place, we as an assemblies, we are calling on the Ministry of Health that the various CHIPS compounds, the clinics, the hospitals within our jurisdiction, they should resource them with the typhoid vaccines, so that the people can be vaccinated against this typhoid. Because what we are talking about now, if we don't do anything, next year around this time, the figures we'll be talking about will be alarming. Because the Bagri lamb has just been spilled, and the water is coming. So as the water comes, it is the same water all the people are actually living on. So some people already have it now. Some other people will also be coming into contact with it. And as long as they continue to drink this water and nothing is done about it, that is the problem we are facing. And so they should get us experts who will actually be manning these clinics, these hospitals, these CHIPS compounds, who can actually take proper care of the people who have actually gotten the typhoid.
Now,
and the vaccination too is something that I am calling for, that as early as possible, they should make sure they actually bring it to the various clinics, health centers, hospitals, so that we can start the vaccination as early as possible.
Right. Now, quickly before we go, do you know how long the task force is supposed to be in the area?
As for the task force, they are supposed to work throughout the year.
Okay. All right.
And so from now, they work up to the close of the year and even beyond.
All right, so in that case, we'll leave it here and then get back to you maybe in a couple of months to see how you are handling this situation. Thank you very much, Prosper Ado, who is the Dean of the Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives, MMDCEs, in the OT region. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Right. Now, in some other news, NPP presidential aspirant Kennedy Ohinejapon says he remains the party's best bet in winning the 2028 elections. Kennedy Japon says the NPP will lose the polls if delegates fail to elect him as the next flag bearer of the NPP. Speaking to party supporters at the NPP headquarters after filing his nomination to contest the January 31, 2026 presidential primary, Mr. Japon said the time has come to choose him as the next flag bearer. Channel 1 News' Samir Riafe has more.
The day started with former State Central MP Kennedy Ohinejapon coming in with some former government officials to come and file his nomination to contest for the NPP's presidential candidate. He says he's the party's best bet in winning the 2028 general elections.
Wherever you go, market, Ghanaians are crying for Kennedy Ohinejapon to lead this country. So don't listen to anybody who will come and intimidate you because of his own selfishness. And therefore, we need to come together without intimidation and make sure we select a candidate that can win 2028 election for the party.
Moments after Kennedy Ohinejapon left, the Member of Parliament for the Abetifi constituency and former Minister of Agric, Dr. Brian Champon, also walked into the party headquarters to also file his nomination. For him, he is the unifier and the candidate who can unite all factions within the NPP to win victory for the party into the 2028 general elections.
The NPP has a job to do in government. I shall win power and continue with that job. I shall focus on jobs, food security, and infrastructure. For security, you know that's my turf. Today, having now submitted my form to run as flag bearer of the NPP, it effectively means that I have submitted my declaration for unity.
Earlier in the day, the Director of Communications for the party, Richard Anyagba, addressed the press conference where he accused the NDC of plotting to cause mayhem in the Akwatia by-election.
The New Patriotic Party has very reliable information and intelligence that the NDC intends to hide behind the guise of national security to terrorize some residents and voters in Akwatia and during the by-election.
The NPP seems to be readying itself for the much anticipated January 31st, 2026 presidential primaries. Already some of the aspirants have filed their nominations to contest in these primaries. From the headquarters of the NPP at Asalam down here in Accra, my name is Sami Biafe.
Constituents of Akwatia in the Eastern region say they are eager to participate in the September 2 by-election, which follows the sudden passing of the area's MP, Ernest Kumi, of the New Patriotic Party. As political parties intensify their campaigns, residents tell Channel 1 News' Fauzu Masaudu that socio-economic development and a conducive trading environment will be their key deciding factors.
The Akwatia constituency in the eastern region has become the center of intense political activity as both the governing National Democratic Congress and the opposition New Patriotic Party step up their campaigns ahead of the September 2 by-election.
The Akwatia constituency has been bustling with campaign activities, and very even more intriguing is this, particular site where the New Patriotic Party and the governing National Democratic Congress have converged at the same place to campaign.
The NPP's Solomon Kwame Asumadu and the NDC's Bernard Bediakon are making strong cases to fill the vacant seats. But for many constituents, socio-economic challenges remain top of mind as they prepare to cast their votes.
What makes you so? Oh, if you look at the ground, it is good for us.
Known as Ghana's hub for diamond extraction and distribution, Akwatia's traders say they want a leader who will create an enabling environment for their businesses to thrive.
The diamond field is not like gold. It's a bargaining business. I can bargain with this man, and later on, when I go, I'll go and take losses. For that one, the government didn't know anything about it. What the government knows is about taking only 1.5, only 1.5, only 1.5. So it has brought a lot of disaster. We were like about, let's say, 500,000 people around. Today, I will see the people around. We are very ready, ready upon ready to go and vote peacefully and come and sleep and wait for the results.
This is the Kwame Nkrumah electoral area in the Akwatia constituency. The electoral area, we understand, has some 8 polling stations, out of which 3 are identified hotspots.
We are in need of development. And Akwatia constituency, like many are saying, we are far behind. For that matter, once at the top there, the high hierarchy NDC is in power, then we have to go and make a good decision. By so doing, vote for lawyer, so that lawyer with, the Mahama administration will bring development to this constituency.
My decision is to vote for my party. And my party is NPP. Okay. So I will go in for NPP. King Solomon Asumedu will perform. He will not wait till government to bring something. If he sees something wrong, he will strictly go for it by his own before government will maybe give some approval or something.
With barely a week to go, attention is now on whether voter turnout will bring about a shift, a statement, or simply maintain the status quo in Akwatia.
Stay with us for extensive coverage of the Akwatia by-election. Catch Akwatia Watch every day at 3 p.m. for in-depth analysis and constituency update. Now moving on, the Ghana Education Service has assured the public of a transparent process as it prepares to open the 2025 school placement portal on September 17. The portal will serve candidates who sat for this year's basic education certificate examination. Channel 1 News' Kennedy Chumesi reports.
The Ghana Education Service says although the official opening of the 2025 school placement portal is slated for September 17, candidates will be given early access from Monday, September 1 to Sunday, September 8, 2025. This will allow them to verify their details ahead of their final placements. Addressing the media, Director General of GES Professor Ernest Kofi Davis announced that from September 18, call centers and district resolution centers will be in place to assist candidates in addressing any challenges with their placements.
By 17 September, official publication of placement result will be available online. By 18 September, that is a day after the release of the placement, call centers and district resolution centers will be set up for candidates to seek redress for issues that might be associated with their placement. 1 month later, that is between 18th to 20th October, the first year student will report to school.
Professor Davis assured the public of a credible and transparent process, urging candidates and parents to report any attempts by individuals to solicit money in exchange for placements.
I wish to put on record today that placement is free. Ministry of Education or GES is not linked to anybody who sells placement to a parent or guardian is therefore doing an illegal business. As such, persons who approach you to sell placement should be reported to the law enforcement agencies to be apprehended.
The national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Johnson Esiedun-Ketia, on behalf of President John Mahama, has assured support for 13 residents of the Brofredo Sikaman who helped recover the bodies of victims of the August 6 military helicopter crash. The tragic incident, which occurred in the Dampia Rainforest Reserve in the Adansia Krofum district, claimed the lives of Defense Minister Dr. Edward Omane Boama, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, and 6 others who were on official duty. Channel 1 News' Ashanti regional correspondent Bright Yeboah reports.
On August 6, the nation was thrown into mourning when a military helicopter transporting senior government officials from Accra to Obuasi on national assignments crashed in the Dampia Range Forest Reserve near Brofredo Sikaman. The accident claimed the lives of all 8 passengers on board, including Dr. Omane Boama and Dr. Mutala Mohammed, creating a vacuum in government leadership. On Wednesday, NDC National Chairman Johnson Esiedun-Ketia, together with Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amwakohene and regional executives, visited the Adansi Traditional Council at Sikaman. Esiedun-Ketia announced that the 13 residents who assisted in retrieving the bodies would be given jobs suited to their skills as recognition of their bravery and sacrifice.
Ebi duru hɔ koraa ansa na bambɔfoɔ eduru hɔ. Baabi a bambɔfoɔ no kɔ gyinaeɛ no koraa no. Na wohwɛ akokoduru a yɛn nuanom binom ɛda n'adi a. Na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ayɛ adeɛ paa.
He also presented a cash donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis and commemorative plaques to the rescuers, 20,000 Ghana cedis to the Adansi Traditional Council, and pledged the construction of a road to improve access to the community.
President Kutanin 100,000 Ghana cedis. Titiskano 1 billion.
The Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, meanwhile, appealed to locals to return all parts of the helicopter wreckage that were taken away to support ongoing investigations.
And say, plane no, and a helicopter no parts. Now you share parts, maybe said a very bit in a investigation. Now, if you say, I'm the got 2 million kaiding, so the very batching, you won't be to media cancer. Say at Renton see Ebi and one dance here, they children money. And so you name
For Channel 1 News, I am Bright Yeboah.
Now, calm has been restored at the Sofoline bus terminal in the Kwadaso municipality of the Ashanti region after some members of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, stormed the facility on Tuesday and threatened to take over. Party leadership and officials of the Kwadaso Municipal Assembly say steps are being taken to resolve the matter amicably. Channel 1 News' Bureau Chief for the Middle Belt, Hafiz Tijani, reports.
Tension erupted on Tuesday when a group of NDC members in the Kwadaso constituency besieged the Sofoline bus terminal, insisting they be handed control of the facility. They argued that since their party was in government, they deserved to manage the terminal as a source of employment. The group's action disrupted activities for several hours, leaving passengers stranded and business operations at a standstill.
And then the only problem, but and now MC Bako Yenu. 30 minutes time, then this chairman, secretary, and one of the account but almost executives. The municipal executive for NDC for buy. You buy no office. Office. Take over. And you say MC Abba. When you have a friend on Mudin Common, and on the wedding common on Monday, they say Nachi and Mumram Bedin Common, then come up paying any mobile.
Municipal Chief Executive for Kwadaso, Eric Isibe, assured that measures are being taken to prevent a recurrence.
What we resorted in doing is I will engage my party members and then know their grievances, then place it before the union, those unions that are operating on the terminal. Maybe they would like to work there with an additional union. I will let them know, because once we are also in government, at least our boys should have to get something.
He also appealed to party members to channel their grievances through the proper procedures rather than resorting to unlawful takeovers.
You're watching the Channel 1 Newsroom, still to come. Bank of Ghana cracks down on black market Forex and cautions businesses and public against dollar pricing and black market deals. We'll be right back. Do stay.
In Ghana, West Africa, the mornings are somewhat, if not for the perfect companion. What a good day to start. Work is always effective with NASCO Home Appliances. Classic home appliance for the fisher folks. And Nijepa, ewa NASCO few. NASCO, bring home happiness.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm
the second coming.
Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go to be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you go to be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes, so what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
You're welcome back. Next is Channel 1 Business with Netele Nete Ajaho.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
You're welcome, Natalie.
Hello, Firma.
So now the dollar is an issue. Bank of Ghana.
Yes, so they are trying to push the use of the Ghana cedi as our legal tender, so no dollar pricing. Those who are issuing invoices in dollars for school fees, vehicle buying, I mean, it's prohibited under the Foreign Exchange
Is there a
Act.
place we can go and report those people? Please give us the details.
Okay. Now, the Bank of Ghana has issued a stern reminder to the public and businesses that unauthorized foreign exchange transactions, including black market dealings and dollar pricing, remain strictly prohibited under the Foreign Exchange Act 2006. In a public notice, the central bank warned institutions and individuals to cease the practice of quoting, invoicing, advertising, or making payments in foreign currency for goods and services unless duly licensed or authorized. Here is more.
Under the new guidelines, travelers may carry up to $10,000 or its equivalent without declaration. Amounts above this threshold must be declared using the official currency declaration form from the Ghana Revenue Authority. Inbound travelers must also show proof of declaration from their point of origin. For outbound travelers carrying more than $50,000, the Bank of Ghana requires additional documents, including endorsed foreign exchange bureau receipts or bank slips confirming purchase or withdrawal of currency. Importers face stricter requirements as well, providing documents such as valid import declaration form, commercial invoices, contracts, and proof of currency purchase. The Bank of Ghana warned that non-compliance, including false declaration, will result in fund seizures, fines, or prosecution. Still on foreign currency rules, the central bank has warned businesses and individuals to stop engaging in unauthorized foreign exchange activities, including black market dealings and dollar pricing. In line with the Foreign Exchange Act 2006, the central bank stressed that the Ghana cedi remains the sole legal tender and no one, unless licensed, is permitted to quote, advertise, invoice, or receive payment in foreign currency for goods and services. Prohibited transactions include school fees, vehicle and real estate sales, airline tickets, hotel accommodation, retail shopping, and online sales. Exceptions apply only to expatriates and non-residents who may be invoiced in foreign currency, with process paid into foreign exchange accounts with licensed banks.
Now, the Consumer Protection Agency is asking DSTV and GoTV customers to switch off their subscriptions as pressure mounts on MultiChoice Ghana to review its pricing. This comes weeks after the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation fined MultiChoice 10,000 Ghana cedis daily for failing to submit pricing data under the Electronic Communications Act and warned that the operator could lose its license if subscription fees are not reduced by September 6. There's more in this report by Daniel Sakiti.
In addition to the statutory fine, the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations further cautioned that MultiChoice Ghana raised suspension of its operating license if subscription prices are not reduced by 6 September 2025. The regulatory push comes amid the growing calls for a price reduction driven by improved macroeconomic conditions, including the recent appreciation of the cedi against major international trading currencies. Chief Executive Officer of the Consumer Protection Agency, Kofi Kapito, addressing the media, encouraged customers to join the campaign by switching off their subscriptions while backing the ministry's enforcement measures.
The minister has a responsibility, but we, the subscribers, are even more powerful because this is a business transaction. They are selling and we are buying. So if we are saying that their cost of doing business is too high, and for years, they haven't listened. As we all know that not too long ago, they even increased their bouquets. I think just by showing our displeasure, by switching our subscriptions off, to let them know that if they don't reduce it, we will keep disconnecting our subscription. Basically, it will not become some government interference.
Let's check how the local currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for Channel 1 Business. I am Neteli Nete Ajaho. Take it over, Frema.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now moving on to some other stories. Residents of New Bakpa and surrounding communities in the Central Tongue District of the Volta region have officially begun using a new market facility constructed by the City FM Foundation. Channel 1 News' Volta regional correspondent Desmond Selasiago has more in this report.
For many farmers, the new market is a game changer. It is expected to reduce post-harvest losses, cut down travel to bigger markets outside the district, and improve household incomes for those who previously struggled to sell their produce. Traders who have already started operating in the market say the facility is a long-awaited intervention that will stimulate economic activity in the area. They have, however, appealed for expansion to accommodate the growing number of traders.
Because nemi aji domalo lo le fake bigia ele simple one taza focho wa poma va cross simple nye 30 cedis mata ko plan gbogbo la se we feel like egbe ko bi kaka ele popular amo so if mi wa du moto kura pokura ha e shock ni mi la bi amo cho asivuvu te povu kura va sugbo unyo amo yo kura ha lenta e wonuku like everything have a one.
Mere kumida akbana City FM tobe overdress nemile Bakpa. Duo mamia hamia na si promiga huroga guide di pa beso ka ko pra di do mana na ka ba flonu. Tami dak bana be alo to ase nemi nene.
Enu ye pon bala.
Introducing Betway's Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking bet influencer. A groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes.
He just needs to share his codes and make money.
The more his codes are used, the more money he makes.
Trust out to. Trust out to. You are not serious.
Out insecticide. So ya boa faha.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Akwatia. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Coffee be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Me and you coffee be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Everywhere.
Dial *712#. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Thanks for staying. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernard Abekochi.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Bernard.
I like how you say my name. It sounds nice.
No, it has to sound nice. It's you. It's you. Yeah. What's happening in sports?
Whoa, there's a lot to know about the Democracy Cup. It's
It's
an event, a special one, coming on later on September 5.
Right,
so
right.
it's good we place the spectacle on that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into it, shall we? Now, we're just a few days to the 2025 Democracy Cup between Accra Hearts of Oak and City rivals Accra Great Olympics at the University of Ghana Stadium. Members of Parliament on Wednesday presented the trophy to the military High Command as part of effort to promote national unity through democracy. The delegation, which included high-profile parliamentarians and former Black Stars defender John Mensah, handed over the trophy on behalf of Parliament. My colleague Gabby Ofer was there and reports.
The Democracy Cup, first launched in 2024, forms part of a broader initiative to youth football as a tool for civic education and national unity. The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Gbabin, championed the idea, leveraging the sport's popularity to deepen understanding of Ghana's democratic system. In the build-up to this year's edition of September 5 at the University of Ghana Stadium, members of Parliament on Wednesday, August 27, made a stop at Bemakam to further whip up interest for the initiative. The trophy was received on behalf of the Chief of Defence Staff, Lieutenant General William Ejapon, by Rear Admiral Godwin Levinos Besson, together with other senior officers. Clerk of Parliament, Ebenezer Ahoma Jetro, stressed that the Democracy Cup has now become a regular fixture on the national calendar, enjoying the support of the President, the Speaker of Parliament, and the Chief Justice.
We see a concept of unity of purpose characterizing that process. Unity of purpose, which is so essential, important for purposes of developing, for purposes of building, for purposes of achieving excellence. So, with this in mind, Mr. Speaker led the process and we launched the Democracy Cup.
Rear Admiral Godwin Levinus Besson, speaking on behalf of the military, welcomed the initiative and highlighted its importance in fostering national unity.
As neutral players in our democratic dispensation, and that is the armed forces, we actually welcome this agenda which has been set up by our legislative arm of government, spearheaded by the Right Honorable Speaker. And we assure you that come September 5th, we will mobilize our personnel in their numbers to come and grace this important occasion. Ghana is a football nation, and as such, virtually all of us are footballers.
Right, so the trophy hit the office of the defense staff ahead of the big game on September 5 at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. As part of promoting peace and unity in the country, they had to do this together. Everybody that would show some big of interest ahead of that big game that's been dubbed the Democracy Cup 2025. For Channel 1 Sports, I am Gabi Ofe.
That's your sports, and I am Bernard Abeku.
Thank you very much, Abeku. And this is where we bow out. This has been the Channel 1 Newsroom. I'm Frema Edunyame. Thanks for watching.